Welcome to the Top of Morning Show. It's your girl TTFromTheD, and I want to thank you for riding with us this beautiful week. It's been a great week. Been some ups and downs and some rough days. There's some chilly days and some hot days, but there's no better day than the present day. So this morning, I know you could have rose up and chose any other podcast, but you chose the Top of the Morning Show with your girl TTFromTheD, and I am grateful. This morning, we're going to tap in, and I won't hold you long. We're going to talk about friendship for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Now, you know, friendship is born at that moment when you say to one another, "Hey, what's your name?" You introduce yourselves, and you move on from there. You start sharing space and time on a daily basis, and you create friendships. Now that could be the cause for something. It could be when you go off to a camp, summer camp for those that are familiar, or you go to, join a team, and you create friendships. And for a few of us, some even find family in the military, some go off to college, things of that nature. The older we become, though, we realize that friendships tend to fade into stages. And when it was everything to be with your homies, your homegirls, your homeboys every day, and you thought you would just lose it if you didn't see them, as you get older, you start to realize that friendship and being in that person's presence or people presence every day is falling further and further away from your priority list. And sometimes it leaves you wondering, like, are we long-term friends? Are we lifetime friends? What does that look like, right? You know, that cliche of friends are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? An author once wrote, "A reason, season, or a lifetime," and I'd like to share it with you. And this is an unknown author, okay? People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. When you figure out which one it is, you will know what to do for each person. When someone is in your life for a reason, it is usually to meet a need you have expressed. They have come to assist you through a difficulty, to provide you with guidance and support, and to aid you physically, emotionally, or spiritually. They may seem like a godsend, and they are. They are there for the reason you need them to be. Then, without any wrongdoing on your part, or at an inconvenient time, this person will say or do something to bring the relationship to an end. Sometimes they die. Sometimes they walk away. Sometimes they act up and force you to make a strong decision by taking a stand. What we must realize is that our need has been met, our desire fulfilled. The work is done. The prayer you might send up, or you may have sent up, has been answered, and now it's time to move on. Then people come into your life for a season. And because your turn has come to share, grow, or learn, they bring an experience of peace or make you laugh. They may even teach you something you have never done before. They usually give you an unbelievable amount of joy. Believe it, it's real, but it's only for a season. Not a lifetime friend? The lifetime relationship teaches you a lifetime of lessons, things you must build upon in order to have a solid emotional foundation. Your job is to accept the lesson, love the person, and put what you have learned to use in all other relationships and areas of life. It is said that love is blind, but friendship is clairvoyant. Now, I think that's a really interesting piece. When you think about the stages. Not every friendship can be for a lifetime, and I think we know that. Some friendships start off great and then they die down. Other friendships last for a few months, while some go on serving and lasting year after year. And sometimes, on a rare occasion, we find our soulmate in the form of a sister from another mister, a best friend whom we will grow old with and become part of our family, as some of us would say extended family. And this last kind of friend is a real friend for a lifetime. But what distinguished a friend for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? Let's think about that. When someone is in your life for a reason, there's usually a meet a need. We talked about that, right? I feel we enter people's lives on a daily basis. We won't always impact them, but I believe that God said in His Word tastefully in Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, show us the importance of the meaning of being with one another. Two are better than one in any relationship. So when we discover a friendship coming to an end, count the blessing the friendship provided, regardless of how long it lasts. And I know that's hard to take in. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 actually reads, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them fall down, one can help the other up, but pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Now those seasonal friendships, okay. Think about this as an example. An example of a friendship for a season can be friends we make with other moms of little ones when we're in the thick of motherhood. Like we have mommy play dates, not mommy play dates, but mommy moments, mom to mom yard sales, things like that. We have play dates because we met at the park or we see each other at the park all the time. So you create that these friends can sometimes feel like they will be lifetime. But when it comes down to it, often more than not, they don't last that long. And it can leave you feeling empty. Feeling like, oh God, how do we keep this going? How do we keep it together? Just realize it's for a season. Now, friends for a lifetime, whew, those are the best ones, I think. A friend who overlooks your brokenness, sometimes your ignorance, and admires you for who you are, internally and externally. Someone who will be transparent, open, and honest, and sometimes brutally honest, but tells you because they love you. Right? Lifetime friendships are the ones you pour your deepest secrets and most craziest, embarrassing thoughts or moments into, because they are the gatekeeper. Those friendships teach you about the world and how we can live in them, how we can be a part of them better. Now, for those of you that have gone through relationships, friendships, through the seasonals, and you couldn't understand why did it end or how did it end, think about a few things. This might help you to discover what happened. Recognize that some friendships are only meant for a reason, others for a season, and those are the ones we talked about, the lifetime. Another point is don't harbor bad feelings when friendships just end. Instead, recognize the hidden blessing. They provided you, or you provided them what was needed at that time. And I think that that's something I struggled with growing up, because I really did think that my childhood friends were going to be my friends forever and the rest of my life. And when we started to, separate, I was hurt. I was mad. I was sad. But then I realized that in that part of my life, in that part of their lives, we needed each other for what we needed each other for. We loved on each other. We protected and created, and we learned and struggled together. But as adults, we still see each other through social media, Sometimes we make plans to see each other if we can when we go to each other's states or things of that nature, but you have to learn to leave well enough alone, and that's difficult. And I ain't telling you that's because I read that somewhere. I know that for a fact. That was once my story. A third one is maintain realistic expectations, that sometimes you may have expected more of a friendship than what they expected to put into it. That also is a hurtful one. And I know me, I love hard when I love my friends, right? And I've had to come to a hard pause and look at some of those friendships that I really, truly held on to. If I was always the one checking in. Always the one suggesting we spend some time or we go somewhere or we do some things. And then I fall back, right? Take a fall back and then see if they feel the same way. Because sometimes people might want to do things or choose to continue to do things with you because they don't want to hear your mouth, right? Well, I better go on and do X, Y, and Z with so-and-so because I don't want them to think that, we ain't friends, or, they see me out with this friend, that friend, and then they go, yeah. That hasn't been my story, but it's made me realize that sometimes there's been often times where I'm like, dang, well, I fell back quite a bit, or I just kind of start leaning back, trying to see, are you going to think of me as I often think of you? Are you going to invite me to breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch? Are you going to say, hey, let's do a daycation, or let's do a weekend getaway, a girls trip, or a girls get together, or something? Or is it me that's always suggesting? And that's a hurtful one too, when you realize you're the one that's always suggesting, but yet you see those same people that you're always suggesting do that or suggest things with others, and you start to say, am I in this friendship alone, or am I in this friendship and I think they want to be a part of this friendship, excuse me, but they really don't? And it makes you wonder and toy with your thoughts. But just understand that it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And fourth and not least, no matter the category, cherish every friendship. No matter how long they last, whether they're long-term, short-term, in between, the meantime, rock. Just enjoy it, because sometimes we'll never know why something ended, and then others will know. But it doesn't take away the good things that you've created with that person, whether it was for a month, a week, a year, a decade. A season is a season. That's all I have for you this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this resonated with you at some point. I hope that you found peace. And if you're going through that, or you're struggling with the seasons of friendship, just know you're not alone. You're not the first to do it. You're not going to be the last to do it. Just enjoy each friendship and understand that we have to meet each other exactly where we are. That's all I have for you. I'll see you next week. I have an amazing lineup next week. But not only that, I have a wonderful upcoming Tap In Tuesday, and I can't wait to share who the several guests will be. I'll see you soon.